Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Your boy Colossal here today, guys, and today we're bringing you a Fearsome list because one of our quests is to attack with 8 Fearsome units or 6 Fearsome units, something like that. So I'm going to be bringing you guys a Fearsome list. I know this is a super popular deck on the ladder, so hopefully you guys enjoy it. Let's hop into it. Alright guys, so let's hop into things. Now before we go over the list, let me explain to you why we're running Fearsome. Now Fearsome is one of the best archetypes out there right now if you guys have not seen it. Fearsome is just an awesome ability that makes it so your creature can only be blocked by enemies with 3 or more attack. This means they can't be blocked by lonely 1/1s or, you know, even 2/2s. A lot of the early game can't block these guys. You're making your opponent trade with their bigger guys if they do trade, and in the early game, you're almost always hitting in for damage. So this deck really puts in a lot of damage in the early game pretty quick. So now let's hop into the deck itself. We're only running 5 champions in this. We're running 3 copies of Elias and 6 copies of Darius. Now I like both of these cards. They're both great. So let's talk about our 2-drop first, which is Elias. She is a 2-mana 2/3 with Fearsome, and she has attack, summon, and attacking Spiderling, which you guys have all seen multiple times. And at the start of round, she levels up if you have 3+ other spider allies. Now, when she levels up, that's the Elias we really want. She is awesome. She's a 4/3 with other spider allies have Challenger and Fearsome. Being able to have Challenger and Fearsome is great. So your little 1/1s can't be blocked by their 1/1s and things like that. A lot of times you want to pull either big creatures into your little 1/1 so your other guys can get in for damage, or maybe you want to kill off an elusive unit. There's a lot of reasons we want Challenger, but Fearsome's really important in this list because it allows us to just get in for more damage. Now, we're not going to sit on her for a long time. I'm sure you guys have all seen her. She's one of the beginning people that you unlock, and I'm pretty sure you guys have all played her. Now, moving over to our other guy, which is Darius. He's a 6-mana 6/5 with Overwhelm, and he has level up. The enemy Nexus has 10 or less health, and then when he does level up, he turns into a 10/5 with Overwhelm. So this guy's just a beater. If you draw him in the late game, that's when you want him. You know, almost always their opponent's Nexus is going to have less than 10 health because your early game swings for a lot of damage because of the Fearsome. So being able to level him up is pretty easy, and then you just swing in and hopefully the Overwhelm hits him for enough damage to finish the game. Now, let's move into the followers. We're going to just go by mana cost, and then we'll start with our 1-drops. We're only running one drop in this list, and we're running 3 copies of them, which is Precious Pet. He's just a 1-mana 2/1 Fearsome. Really nothing to talk about with him. You know, you get him down on turn 1, start beating in. Let's move over to our 2-drops. We're running 2 different 2-drops, and we're running 3 copies of each. Our first one is Arachnid Horror. He's a 2-mana 3/2 with Fearsome. Once again, not a lot to go over with this guy, just an early game beater spider with Fearsome. And our next guy is quite a little bit to talk about, which is Mistwraith. He's a 2-mana 2/2 with Fearsome, and when I'm summoned, grant other allied Mistwraiths everywhere +1/+0. After you summon the first one, the rest of them are going to be buffed, and as long as you keep summoning them, they're just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. We're definitely running 3 copies of this, and then we're also running another card that goes with this that gives us more mysteries, and we'll talk about that when we get there. Moving down to our 3-drops, we're only running 1 3-drop in this list, and we're running 3 copies of them, which is Frenzy Skitterer. He's a 3-mana 3/3 with Fearsome, and when I'm summoned, give other allied spiders +1/+0 and enemies -1/-0 this round. This card's great with this spider list. As you already saw, we already talked about 2 other spiders that we're running a few copies of. He's great. You're going to buff your whole board, swing for more damage. Everything's got Fearsome, so we're getting in for a ton of damage, and it's just awesome. Really like this guy. If you can play him right on curve, that's kind of where you want him. Moving down to our 4-drops, we're going to talk about our first one, which is Crowd Favorite. We're only running 2 copies of this guy. He's a 4-mana 2/2 with Overwhelm. When I'm summoned, grant me +1/+1 for each other ally you have. Now, this card's a card that you see more in the spider list and not really in the Fearsome list. Since my list is a lot of spiders in it with the Fearsome stuff, I really want to include him as well because he's just really good. We have a lot of really early spiders that we can produce, you know, with the Elias spitting out more spiders, and the Horror, and the Precious Pet, and even the next card we're going to talk about, which spits out another guy. He can get pretty big pretty quick, so he's a really good card, and the Overwhelm allows you to get through for just more damage to beat down your enemy in Nexus as fast as possible. But we're only going to run 2 copies of him because it is not the spider list, so we're not running a ton of 1-drops to get him out to make him huge, you know what I'm saying? But he's still a really good card. Our next card is a key card in this list, the card that you want to play on 4 mana, which is Wraithcaller. This is a 4-mana 4/3 with Fearsome and Allegiance. Summon a Mistwraith. Now, this card does not always hit with the Allegiance, which kind of is the downfall of it. But we are running a lot more Shadow Isle cards to Noxus in this deck. We are running 29 Shadow Isles and 11 Noxus. So a lot of times it does hit. Now, summoning that extra Mistwraith is great because, once again, it pops a Mistwraith ability to buff everything else, which is awesome. Moving down, we're going to skip 5 mana. We're going to skip 6 mana. We're going to go right into 7 mana. We're running 2 copies of Rashad the Sundered. This card's great. It's 7 mana, 7/5 with Fearsome. Play, kill the 2 weakest enemies if an ally died this round. And you guys have seen him. He's just a great card. Gotta run 2 copies of him. He's removal plus Fearsome plus just awesomeness. I really love this card. Now let's talk about our last minion in the deck. We are running 2 copies of him for 8 mana. It's the Commander of Shadow Isles himself, Commander Ledros. He has Fearsome in play, cut the enemy Nexus health in half, and then he has Last Breath, return me to hand. By the time you get to him, you should almost win the game. Beating down your opponent's Nexus is great. When he dies, he goes back to your hand, you play him again. You can't get rid of him. He's just hard to get rid of. He's the best late game we could possibly have for this list, and he's just awesome. Now let's move over to the spells. Now all these spells are interchangeable. If you want to run different things, you can, but I really like the spells I put in this list, and I'll explain to you why I'm running each one I am. The first one, and most of our spells we're running 1, 2, 3, 4 different 2-drop, 2-mana spells. The first one we're going to talk about is Black Spear. I mean, we got a lot of things that die. We got a lot of early game. Unfortunately, they do die once we reach that mid to late game, so Black Spear is really easy to pull off. It's just, 2 mana, deal 3 damage if something died, which is pretty easy. Our next one we're going to run is Brothers Bond. Now, I like this burst spell a lot, and I really like burst spells in particular a lot because they cannot be countered by deny. So granting 2 allies +2/+0 is great. You can put it on something that has Overwhelm and get in for a little bit more damage, or maybe you want to put it on a Spider because Eli's leveled up and now she has Challenger, now you can kill something. I really like Brothers Bond. It's a great card in this list. The next card we're going to run is 3 copies of Glimpse Beyond. I mean, kill an ally to draw 2. You have to have draw in every deck in my opinion, and this is just where Shadow Isles has it. And it's a good card. It's a fast spell. We can just kill an easy Spiderling to draw 2. It's great. Definitely running 3 copies. The next one is Vile Feast. I'm running 3 copies of this as well, and I like this a lot because it heals us up for 1. That 1 sometimes saves you from not dying, and a lot of the times it goes ahead and that 1 damage can kill off something big. If it only has 1 health left, it gives you a Spiderling to help transform or level up your Eli's. It's just a really good card, and sometimes you can just like Vile Feast and get a Spiderling to Glimpse Beyond if you really want to. So really like it a lot. It's a really good piece of removal, plus it kind of still goes with the deck. The next card we're running is a 3-drop card, which is Calling Strike. It's just a 3-mana fast spell with kill a unit with 3 or less power. In the early game, sometimes you just want to kill stuff off so your beaters can beat in, basically. And I really like this because it helps me once again deal with the elusive menace that's on the ladder right now. Now we're going to skip 4, 5, and 6 and go right into 2 7-drops, which is Vengeance. I mean, kill a unit. Can't get any more basic than that. 7 mana. In the late game, if you got this guy just sitting in your hand, your opponent drops a big old bomb down, and you're like, oh man, how am I going to get past that? You slap a Vengeance on it and swing in for a bunch of damage and win. Really like Vengeance. I run 2 copies of Vengeance in almost all my Shadow Isles deck. I've never had a time where Vengeance was bad. Every time I've had Vengeance, I wanted it. So yeah, running 2 copies. Like I said, you guys can change out these spells how you want, but I really like all the spells in this list for certain reasons. So yeah, let's hop into the games and see how the deck plays. Once again, if I didn't bring it up already, our quest here is to Are You Afraid? Which is why I'm actually making this list. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy it. Let's hop into the games. Alrighty, boys, let's hop into our first match. Looks like we are playing Bot again. Pretty good early game here, 2 Wraithcallers. We'll drop the Ledros. I don't know if I want to keep 2 Wraithcallers. I do like 1. Yeah, we'll drop it like that. I want to find some more early game. Mist Wraith is great. Precious Pet is great. So our opponent, I didn't really get to see what he was playing. He's playing Brahmin Zed, huh? Go ahead and play Precious Pet. So Brahmin Zed, huh? Interesting. We'll see what he's up to. Probably a bunch of elusive units. Sorry about the sun. I know I gotta black out my curtains next to me that you guys see. I have to black out curtains. It's on my list of things to do. Now, unlike other decks where I normally swing first and then play creatures, it's a little opposite in this deck. I want to play my early game first and then swing because a lot of them have Fearsome, so I can get over most of the early game he plays, like the Green Blade duo. We're gonna swing for 4 here. And so, this is why I like Calling Strike. It helps deal with the elusive units, like the deck we're playing against. Oh, Skitter is just great. Now, Skitter doesn't work on our Mist Wraith, obviously, but it's still good. It's still a 3/3. It's going to buff our Precious Pet, which is great. And I think I might drop him here just to...
Pledge yourself to the shadow.
You know what? I was thinking about playing him, but I think probably the better move here is just to Calling Strike the Zed and get rid of it. Because right now he doesn't have any mana. He has 1 mana open, and he can't recall with 1 mana. So we'll go ahead and Calling Strike that Zed.
Dark darkness.
I think that's the better play. We're gonna get hit for 3, that's fine. Still ahead on damage. Just gonna go to our turn now. Another precious pet, and I got a Wraithcaller. We're gonna play Wraithcaller, see if we can get the allegiance. And we do get it! That is awesome. So our board is looking pretty wide here. He's gonna play Keeper of Mask, which is fine. So Keeper of Mask cannot block, but that sure can. And even if it does block, it's fine. It's gonna kill something, it's fine, but we're still getting in for a ton of damage. Wow, and he's just taking it. Down to 4. So this is where cards like Brother's Bond really comes in, because I can just Brother's Bond and hopefully win off that extra 2 damage it gives to 2 of our allies. There's Elise.
Today you are king.
Another Keeper of Mask. It's fine. So since he did that, I think I'm gonna follow that up with the Frenzy Skitter, because he wants us to buff stuff. I think we're gonna shoot his stuff down 1.
They'll never see us coming.
We'll take 3. Can't do nothing about that. Now, if our opponent does Blade here, it looks like we might just win this game right here. This is how this deck wants to play. Fast like this. Yeah, and he surrendered. Alright, yeah, so that's how deck plays. Deck plays great. Man, I gotta get these blackout curtains. I apologize. So that's game 1. That worked out great. We're moving on up. I'm not the highest rank in the world, but I don't have time to play all day. We got 6 out of 8 already in 1 game. Like turn 6. Ooh, we just leveled up that. Well, in the middle of this, you guys are going to see me get my reward real quick before we hop back into our game 2. Let's take this reward. Oh, Heimendinger! Yes! I've been wanting to play him so bad, and I haven't had. That's my second one, and I haven't played the first one yet because I feel like you need more copies of him just to make him good, to like make a reliable deck. I'm super happy with that. Yes. All right. Stop into it with our game 2 with the Fearsome list. Now, hopefully, you guys still like this list. I know this is a pretty popular list. But, and I didn't really want to make a Dechtech on it because it's so popular and everyone kind of knows it. And obviously, I wasn't the one who... I didn't look at the list that everyone's running. I just made my own Fearsome list. So, I don't really know what the actual meta list is. But I know Fearsome's good in general. We're playing Abandoned Wind, and he's only playing Zed. These 3 are good. We'll drop Darius. Too early for that. Oh, we're gonna be beaten in very quick. Glimpse Beyond actually is really good here too. Give me some more card draw. If he doesn't have any 1-drops, I'm gonna be very happy. I figured he had Inspiring Mentor in hand. They always normally do it. They're running Ionia. So, the thing with him just running Zed is that we do have removal with the Black Spear, which is nice. If he swings here, obviously I'm not blocking. Next turn, we're going to the Arachnid Horror.
I'll show you how it's done.
That Mentor is not going to be able to block nothing in this list. Like I said, in game 1, we always want to play our creatures in this deck before we swing because we wanted the Fearsome. Well, at least in the early game, we want to get as many Fearsome units out as possible. Now, there is the Conspirator. Now, I'm actually okay with that because if he does decide to block one of these, we're getting rid of a 3/2 with Elusive, which is fine. Yeah, that's a-okay. Because that card is kind of annoying to deal with. Oh, great draw. So we can go Precious Pet into her.
You'll soon understand my methods.
Alright, we'll play her. He's got 2 mana open, so let's see what he does. He can play a 2-drop here. Another Conspirator. Yeah, that's fine. I wonder if he's buffing Zed. I wonder if that's what he's buffing.
Who's my favorite? It is you. Yes.
So the thing is, if I swing here, he can kill it. So he's gonna go for the trade, and I want him to go for the trade because I can play another one out of hand. And then we get rid of that. We're still beaten in. I can play this and get her to the level up still. I keep saying transform like it's Transformers or something.
They cannot strike.
Lightblade's kind of annoying, but...
There's nothing to fear. Smooth as...
So he's gonna gain some life off of him. That's fine. Mist Wraith is fine.
I go unseen.
I'm gonna skip my blocks for now. And the reason I'm doing that is because I don't want him to pop any... Oh, we got the Mist Wraith! Yes! This is looking sweet. I didn't want him to pop any kind of burst spells, which is a possibility. Problem with the 3/4 is I can't Black Spirit. I'm saving the Black Spear for Zed if he does play it. At this point, it really doesn't matter, I guess. Standalone's kind of an issue, so I might have to go Spider Queen, swing, block here. I'm actually going to save my mana. I didn't know you could pick them up like that. So I want to get this trade. I want to Black Spear that.
Step lightly.
Oh, another one? Yeah, these light blades are a little annoying. It's hard to beat in when he's gaining a lot of life back. Is he gonna deny me? Oh, okay. It's not good. We might lose next turn, guys. So, unfortunately, really? There's only +3/+0 this round. I really can't do a lot against these life blades. I have the removal in here and the challenger to pull them, but the fact that he was able to play Inspiring Mentor 3 different times to buff them. That's game right there. I can't do anything. I could try to Glimpse Beyond, see what I draw. I kind of hope he plays Creature first so I can Glimpse Beyond the Spider and see what I draw into.
My training is unconventional.
Inspiring Mentor for the 5th time. That's fine. That's unfortunate that he had another life blade. I need a Vengeance. No! I do, but I don't have mana for it now! Oh, no!
Afraid to show your face? I'd be more worried about keeping yours.
That's game. I can't block the
They picked the wrong row?
Yeah,
Strike for the balance. They won't suffer long. Stop following me.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I couldn't do much against the light blades, man. He buffed them as a 3/4. 3/4 is tough in this game. So there's not a lot of removal that hits for 4 health, unless you have Vengeance. And He just kept buffing them. Alright, that was game 2. We don't win them all. That's why we're in silver. We do not win them all. Oh yeah, this much light is still coming through these. Actually, you know what I should order right now while I'm sitting here? I should order blackout curtains. Okay, either we already played this guy, was the guy we just played before this, or we're running another elusive list. Elusive is rough to run against, man. Our opponent's always on the swing first, too. It's kind of rough. So we'll go Precious Pet into Eli's. Skitter is pretty nice. So the problem with Omenhawk is that my Fearsome units aren't going to be so fearsome if he's buffing everything in his deck.
I know what.
So now you can play a 2-mana that has 3 attack here, and that's going to set me very far behind.
Hang on,
And
Buzzball.
he didn't. I wonder if he just trades the Omenhawk into the Spiderling. Yeah, I figured. That's fine. It's a free trade for my behalf. Still get in for 4.
So young.
I really want to play that Skitter on my turn, but I will play it on his turn just to get a 3/3 out there. Hit his board for a little bit. Or you know what I could do? I could go Precious Pet into Mistwraith.
The Order rewards its faithful.
Who's my favorite? It is you.
I wish I had another spider I'd get this level up. The nice thing about Skitter is if I can minus their attack, I can get through with Fearsome.
Heard you're new in the area.
That's fine. We get in with everything. I'm actually not going to swing with her because this is now a 3/1 and can block this. And that would feel really bad. You know what? Should I just swing and get in for the damage? I don't have Challenger, though. I'm gonna hold back on her. Because right now he can block with that Green Blade duo. I don't really want him to. Yes.
Where are you going?
Okay. We're still getting in for a lot of damage. It's 8.
Hold up.
That's fine as well. I don't know why he would trade there and not here. Well, I guess he wants to trade that. Oh, you can buff. Okay. That feels bad, but I'm down to 7. So, because he did that, he left this to level up.
You'll thank me later.
Only it's not another light blade. I feel everyone just plays elusives at this point. And I don't have a problem with that. Elusives are cool, I guess.
Smooth as silk.
Wish I had a little bit more. If I play Mistwraith, that opens me up for a Vengeance next turn. Which else is this
The
far
Yordle
in?
here's
Dude,
the
I'm just
lead.
gonna die by elusives, I think, here. Oh, we got it too. Nice.
I I will play my part.
So I am forced to block. Down to 4, can he win? I am down to 4. He's at 7, we can win. Interesting. I can't block. This can block, and I want it to block here and here. Ah, we got it. Nice. I was sitting on the vengeance, but I kind of wanted to save it. Sweet. We outbeat down the elusive menace. Nice, 400 XP. Well, these games have been going pretty quick, honestly, and we kind of play the same deck twice, so we're gonna play one more and see how we do. Man, these curtains aren't holding up. Yeah, we'll play one more, see how we do. I hope it's not the same deck. I want to play a different variety of deck, but I don't want to just keep hunting it on all the games that just like win. Alrighty, so this deck could go... I don't know... What? So, here's the thing. Oh. All that's gotta go. Yeah, this hand's not that great either. Alright, well, we're off to a bad start with this hand. He's running Ephemeral, I'm guessing, because he's dead in Hikarum, but why is he running her? Of course, this is the one game I'm on the swing first and I don't draw a precious bet.
Come closer.
Yeah, that's
I
an
don't
issue.
bite. We could use a bite.
Oh, what am I doing? I
What's
can't
your
block her.
hurry?
Oh no! Yeah, dude, I'm not in a good spot at all. I mean, I'm sitting on double black spears here, but I mean, I just drew the worst opening hand. The worst opening hand I could have got.
There's nothing to fear.
That's fine. He's playing my Fearsome list better than me, and he's in Shadow Isles and Ionia. It's really like the worst possible hand I could have. Like, no early game at all. Yeah, he's running into straight Fearsome stuff. I'm gonna Black Spear something here.
You won't suffer long.
This is rough.
It will all be over soon. So young.
Actually, I'm not gonna Black Spear. We could come back. There's a possibility. I'm not gonna Glimpse Beyond because I think I'm gonna play Crowd of Favorite here.
I salute you!
Yeah.
Noxian strength!
I wasn't able to get in with my early game this game, which hurt me a lot. All these Fearsome units are super rough to deal with right now. Even though we're running the... It's really bad. The nice thing here is these black spears that are sitting in my hand can finally be played. I'll get rid of one of these Wraithcallers. Try to, you know, just keep my board somewhat established. If I would have just swung with these two, they would have died. That's 6 mana. Yup. That's very bad.
They grow up so fast.
I'm forced to do some not fun trades here. I'm gonna have to block everything. I can't take the damage. I'm just gonna regret it. I'm gonna Black Spear that. Darius. Vengeance. Okay, well, Vengeance is actually pretty nice. Alrighty, we're at 3 life. We had the worst opening hand I've seen in a long time.
My axe is ready.
I'll play Darius. Next turn I'm sitting on a Vengeance. He's got a lot of cards in hand too. Oh no.
Carve a path.
It's probably just gonna take 6, I would. I hope he plays a creature here first so I can Vengeance. Problem is, he's probably not to. Yep, that's game. Yeah, I knew we were gonna lose that game. It's not that he was... that guy really wasn't running a fearsome list. My problem is I drew like the worst possible hand. I had no early game. We're gonna play one more. We're playing 5 games. 5 games. That was awful, man. I knew we were gonna lose once I saw that opening hand. Alright, we are playing another fearsome list. Alrighty, so it is meta deck galore on the ladder currently. Calling Strike's probably actually good against this list. Okay, there we go. Decent hand. Hopefully he doesn't turn 1 Precious Pet me.
That egg. Did it move?
Okay, Aristocrat's fine.
No.
I wish I had that turn 1. Yeah, Spideys are probably gonna trade. Or he might keep it on board. Okay, he keeps it. The Calling Strike's actually really nice here to have. Brother's Bond's actually pretty nice too. Maybe I'll go Skitter here. He might play one on me. I'm gonna play this now because if he decides to swing, I can trade and kill one of them. Or not trade, but I can kill one of them. That's good. Alright, I'm gonna play another Skitter. I'm sitting on a Brother's Bond and a Vile Feast here, so... Okay, everything's gonna go back to how they were. If I swing like this, he's gonna double block, I would assume, right? Okay, that's fine. We'll play a Precious Pet. I had 2 Mist Wraiths in hand. I'm just sitting on this Calling Strike. I'm kind of saving this for, he plays like a big old threat that I want to take care of. If he swings here, I'm sitting on the Brother's Bond. I can kill both of those. I'm definitely going to.
I must get out of here.
I could just Calling Strike one of them. A lot of trades going on this game. Definitely a close one. Play another mystery. He's sitting on 4 cards in hand, which is kind of scary. Maybe a Glimpse Beyond? Black Spear. Sure. I'm okay with that. Currently still got more power on board than he does. Another Calling Strike. I'm just going to swing for 3. I'm just sitting on pure removal in hand, so hopefully it saves me. He's running just straight spiders. Because he's running that Hapless Aristocrat. If we look at our opponent's deck here, this guy's just running straight spiders. Yeah, House Spider. Yep. I don't want to waste a Calling Strike on a 2-mana 2/2. That feels bad. I will if I have to, but I don't want to. Alright, Skitter's really good. Kind of hope we draw into our late game here soon, because our Fearsome should be getting over these guys. Our opponent did play 2 Frenzy Skitterers already, though, so that feels good. Did we? I think we did, too. Yeah, we got 1 on board and 1 in the graveyard. So how about this? How about we go Frenzy Skittering to Calling Strike the crowd favorite.
Blood, glory!
This is why I don't even have to trade anything on board. I can just keep my board up. That feels really good. Wraithcallers are really nice. You know what? I will play my Wraithcaller before I swing too. Oh yes, and we hit the Allegiance. We're gaining a little bit momentum on board. I like how you can do this. I never realized you could do that before. I'm just gonna keep my Spiderling. I'd rather keep it as a like a glimpse beyond fodder. Got him down to 4. Getting close.
I'll handle this myself.
That card's a little bit of an issue. It's not too bad because we're pretty high on health. I think we're gonna Calling Strike that. I don't want to give him too much power on board. Definitely something that can block my stuff. He's gonna have the 6/5. Hopefully I draw like Commander Ledgeros. Horror's not bad. Right now we have a winning board. I'm gonna try my 1/1. Right in case he has a Vile Feast, I rather just, I mean, I don't want to drop everything down to 1 health. This is already gonna be at 1 health. Which he might actually, if he has Vile Feast in hand, he can do. Alright, he's gonna hit my... this is looking like game still, unless he draws removal. Oh, he didn't draw removal in hand. And he surrendered. Alright, sweet, we got it. That was a really good game. So, I thought he was running a mix of Fearsome and Spiders, kind of like me. Well, a lot of the Spiders have Fearsome, but his was more Spiders than mine is because he was running like House Spider, the Sentry Spider, the one that stuns. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Try out this list if you guys want to have some fun on the ladder with it. Hopefully, whenever we get a new expansion, we get some more Fearsome units to add to this list, because right now it's very Spider-based. But yeah, other than that, I'm your boy Clazo. Make sure you guys keep on dueling. I'll see you guys next time.